What about the other side? Mr. Nelson represents Isabella County and the Union Township.
The Sixth Circuit here correctly applied historic practice, this court's precedent, and economic reality to determine that surplus proceeds from an auction sale, less the tax debt that's owed, establishes just compensation. Property sold under in a compelled market, under compelled market conditions, is worth what the market pays for it under those conditions, and not what the property would be worth in an idealized private sale.
The problem with Mr. Nelson's argument is that the government created the compelled market in this case without legal foundation. Remember, Ms. DePriest was ordered by a court to restore Mr. Tung's tax exemption. She apparently complied, only to subsequently revoke exemption for a different year.
By contrast, petitioner's fair market value theory has no foothold in historic practice, this court's precedent, or economic reality. Even though the government has been selling properties at auction and returning the overplus for centuries, not a single case has ever suggested that the surplus proceeds are equal to the property's fair market value less the debt.
I'm not sure about court precedent, but Mr. Ellison's argument is based on the supreme law of the land, the Constitution of the United States. Shouldn't that be enough?
Moreover, the petitioner's fair market value approach assumes market conditions that simply don't exist after a foreclosure because the property owner's decisions not to pay the tax, not to sell the property, not to obtain a statutory deferral, and not to exercise the right of redemption. The takings clause does not require compensation to the owner for owner-created reductions to the property value. That would be unjust to the government and to the public. I welcome the court's question.
Again, it seems Mr. Nelson has forgotten that Ms. DePriest had a court order to restore the exemption, only to change the year and focused allegedly without sufficient notice. That means that Mr. Pung did not owe the Union Township any back taxes. The alleged depression of the property's value is solely the consequence of the questionable actions of Ms. DePriest.